Hey guys, Hackexploit here, back again with another video, and welcome to the second Nmap tutorial. I'm really sorry for the late upload. So yeah, let's get started. So in this video, what I'm going to be showing you are a few advanced Nmap commands, and I'm going to show you how to actually scan with Nmap and what to do with the results and how to read the results. Alright, so obviously if you've installed it, on Linux you open your terminal, or on Windows open your command prompt and you initialize Nmap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the help, Nmap help, alright, because I just want to show you guys something. Alright, so as I mentioned in the previous video, the help command will basically give you like all the options and some examples. Alright, so for this, so let's actually scan something. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Nmap. That's how you initialize a scan. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan the Nmap scanning domain, the one they allow you to use for educational purposes. I'm just going to scan it, and the reason I'm going to do this is I just want to show you what results you get when you don't use any options. Alright, so let's scan it, and it'll probably take a few seconds regardless of your internet connection, and I'll explain why it takes some time in a few seconds. Let it just finish the scan. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to start scanning for open ports, and as you can see, it's scanned for open ports. Now by default Nmap will scan 1,000 ports, alright, but it can scan up to about 6,500 ports. So by default it's going to scan 1,000 ports. That's why it took 15 seconds, as it says here. So it's going to start the scan, and it's going to give you the latency, which is pretty okay. And it's going to show you the ports. It's going to say here, not shown. These are the closed ports, 996. That means 996, or 1000 minus 996 is 4 ports. That's how many ports are actually open or filtered. Now let me explain what that means. So down here it's going to give you all the ports that are actually active, right? So we have the 22 port, which is basically SSH. We have the 80 HTTP, and we have nping and echo. These are really not very important and are really not targeted that much. But in the state option here, it's either going to be open or filtered. Right now, none of these ports is giving that state of filtered. Now, if you ever see filtered, what it means is that Nmap cannot really determine whether the port is open or closed. So you really want to stay away from the filtered state ports. So basically it's scanned 1,000 ports, and it's given us the ones that are open. And basically from here you can select the port you want to attack. Now in hacking terminology, this is really poor or bad practice. Now why am I saying that? Is because you're actually just wasting time scanning through all the ports that you really don't need. So what a hacker would do, or a penetration tester, he would have the specific services he would want to attack. For example, if you wanted to attack SSH, he would target the 22 port, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now, how to target specific ports. And in addition to that, I'm going to show you how to save the scan results. Now why am I saying, why is this important really? Well, it's because if you're going to perform these massive scans on big websites or IP, or a large amount of the IP range is very large, it's going to take time, and it's going to have a lot of data that is going to retrieve from the scan, right? And most usually this is a common mistake with beginners, is they usually perform a scan and then they close the terminal by mistake, and all the scan results are gone, and the scan could have taken, for example, a few hours, and all of that's gone down the drain. So it's always good practice to just save every scan so you can refer to it and you can look at the results you got, and it's just always a good practice. So let's actually start a scan. But for this, I'm actually going to use my subnet, my network subnet, my Wi-Fi or my home network subnet. So how I'm going to do this is, you need your subnet IP, which you can find by hitting ifconfig. There we are. And once it opens ifconfig, you want to go to the current network interface that you are using. So if you're using Ethernet, Ethernet 0 would be the option, and if you're using Wi-Fi, that would be the one. So I'm currently using Ethernet, and what you want to do is you want to scroll down to iNet, this line right here. Now you want to look at netmask. Netmask will basically give you the maximum range that the IPs go to. So what my IP would be is 192.168.1.0 to 255. Now let me illustrate this. So we're actually going to scan my subnet to see what ports are open, and I'm going to output it to a greppable output. Let me just write it. Let me write the command, and I'm going to explain as we go. So again, to initialize, we use nmap, right? And now we're going to use a special type of output called a greppable output, which is basically like a document, but it just sorts the data out very neatly, or it formats the data very neatly. So I'm going to say output a small o and a big G. All right, excuse me, sorry, you want to add the hyphen, small o and big G. That's greppable output. Now you want to enter the IP range. All right, so 192.168, that's mine, sorry, 168.1.0 to 255. So that's my IP range. All right, so for this example, I'm not going to target any specific port. I just want to show you first how to save the results and what results we're actually going to get. So now we wanna get some more information about the scan. I talked about this in the previous video. We're going to use the verbose command, which will basically give us information about the scan, and it's just going to print out all the data that's actually being what's going on during the scan. However, there is a second command that will give us like everything that the scan, whatever's going on in the scan, and that's a double V, which means double verbose. So it's just giving you more information. After the double verbose, you want to add a greater than sign, like we did in the previous video, but we just want 1, and we're going to select a directory to save the greppable output file. So I'm going to select my desktop, which is at home, my username Alexis, and desktop. And after that, we want to give it the greppable output. We want to give it a name. We want to give the file a name. So I'm going to call this results, right? And I'm just going to hit enter. And as you see, I'll get a results file here on the desktop, and it's going to finish the scan. Now, if I open the results file, we're going to get all the results. So as I mentioned, it's going to start scanning the ports. It's going to scan 1,000 ports until it finds any open ports. So as you can see, these are all down. All the ports go down until we have it gets to the first dot 1, where we have a port 21, which is TCP FTP, and then we have port 80, which is HTTP, and we have about 3 open. So that's basically how to output the results to a very neatly arranged document, which is the greppable output, as you can see here. And it's actually going to give you the time you performed the scan, so it's very good documentation. Now, if you want to target a specific port, what you're going to do is I'm just going to leave that there, and we're gonna save another greppable output file. What I'm going to do is we're going to use the same command. All right, you just hit the up button when you're on the terminal. It's going to open the previous command you entered, and we're just going to enter one little thing right here, which is the -p, which is the port, and we're going to say port 22, right? And if we hit enter, it's gonna say results. And I actually forgot to name the results into another file, but hopefully it's merged. As you can see, it actually added to the first ones. We know we targeted port 22, so let's see if it actually got 22. There we are. So it actually got 22, and SSH is actually active, and it's going to give you the time it finished and how long it took to scan. So that's basically how you output and how to basically scan according to your specifications. There are a lot of other commands which I'll be going through. I'll be going through a bit of the more important ones, but this is just it for this video. I want you guys to just practice with the ports and saving it. You can also try and save it to a TXT document, and you'll see the difference between the two. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. If this video did help you, leave a like. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't like the video, dislike the video and let me know in the comment section. If you have any comments, hit me up on Kick, the comment section, my social networks. You can hit me up anywhere, and I'll always answer your questions. Otherwise, guys, one more thing I wanted to ask you guys is I just want you guys to just share my videos so it reaches a lot more people than it actually does right now, so we can actually help more people, because a lot of people need this content and they actually can get it. And the reason I'm creating this is because I really want to help people learn all of these things, and I'm doing it for free. So I hope you guys can really help me out there. Thank you for a lot of the support. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.